All right, you guys, let's take a minute to talk about how blatant numeric signs can be from the universe and how profoundly magical it is. I'm not kidding. So in the beginning of this video, I included a photo. I was on my lunch break at work. I walked down the street to the store. Walking back to work, I look down and see this on the ground. And the frequency, or the numeric sequence, in other words, perfectly aligned with something I recently experienced. Let's get into what that was. So on Saturday, I went to a dinner party and met a beautiful woman, a wonderful woman, an in tune woman, a spiritual woman who fawned over me, who adored me and expressed this clearly, verbally, for hours and hours, all night. And also expressed sincere interest in working with me, right? As far as my private practice, right? Spiritual counseling, working through different wounds, all of those things that I teach you guys about, right? She wanted to get into that with me. And she verbally expressed that she knew that I would help her with her personal development. She was interested in doing that with me. That same evening, we actually made a verbal soul contract, right? I remember her saying that and I said, let's do it. And I said, I think we just signed a soul contract. So let's get into how this relates to the sequence. Now, the beginning of the sequence is 52, which I've told you guys is a number that indicates karmic energy pulling in connections or pulling in a mindset, and totaling 7, the realm of darkness and transformation. So specifically in this situation, what we're essentially going to be talking about likely is her current circumstance. We could argue and say, oh, her and I have a past life and there are certain oppositional energies or transformative energies that I am intended to help her navigate, right? Or we are working through together, so on and so forth. But specifically because it's paired with 24, which we'll get into in a minute, right? And the actual total of the sequence is 22, which is a positive connection, right? A genuine connection, right? What I'm seeing here is her current state, her current frequency, and why she would even want my help to begin with, right? Because of the fact that her current state of being, her current frequency, her current mindset is restrictive, is struggling, is limited, is not allowing her to manifest properly, not allowing her to truly step into her own power. Okay, that's what we're talking about here. So we don't need to get into the treatment plan and all of that, but I know it needs to be done. I know where to start. And when we're talking about this being paired with 24, that's the soul contract. I've told you guys before, 24 is a number that indicates the vow of marriage. It's a vow. It's a promise, right? It's an exchanging of information as well. But it's a powerful agreement, or a powerful exchange of information, right? Capable of completely shifting a perspective, a worldview, okay? Because it is 4 paired with 2 as well, totaling 6. It's capable of changing a life, okay? And then let's move on in the sequence. We have 81. 81 is a number that, for example, if someone is profoundly successful in a certain field and they externally express that energy, right? Because it's the opposite of 18. They're not just walking in the realm of 8, right, for themselves. They're walking in the realm of 8 with others and allowing their knowledge in that realm to be shared with others, okay? So we're also talking about the realm of balance, right? So she is seeking guidance from me because of my mastery in this realm. She is seeking insight from me. She is seeking help from me because of the mastery that I exhibit in this realm. That is 8, that is balance. That is self-mastery. And then we have the total of the sequence, like I mentioned before, and that is 22. So we're talking about a genuine connection here. We're talking about a unity of beings. We're talking about authentic, genuine reciprocity, communication, because it totals 4, an agreement, whether that's friendship, whether that's connection, some sort of interpersonal union, because 22 is also represented in marriage as it relates to that union aspect. Not the vow itself, not the promise itself, but the connection itself. All right, you guys, I just wanted to share this because when I encounter these things in my daily life, and how random they can be. I love to share them because it's magic. It's number magic, my loves. And the universe is tapped in with us. And I can't wait for my book to be released because I cannot wait for the masses, the collective, to be able to truly tap into these frequencies. Not just that. We're always tapped into the frequencies, but we're not always aware of them or know how to understand them, decipher them, understand them, right? It's literally a feeling of magic, of connection with divinity that I cannot wait for all of you to experience. Take care. As we end with 11:11 on the clock.